Okay, and I know this is the fourth video, but just to finish off, like I said, we'll go through Bunnet for each piece, and then we'll go back to Bahamian landscapes just to look at our local examples. Okay, so the bottom of page 93 in Bahamian landscapes, we can consider any area of exposed rock which is being eroded by the sea to be a cliff. Okay, even if it's only a few feet high. Now that's important to the Bahamas because obviously we're quite a small or low-lying islands. Now, if the landscape at the coast is ridgeland, as at Clifton, then continued erosion will occur. Now remember, ridgeland are our high areas of land, rocklands are our low areas. So first of all, first example, Clifton at New Providence has some great cliffs, hence the name, Clifton. So as that was saying on the last page, we're on page 94 now, okay? If you've got a ridgeland or a high area of land, the ocean will continue to erode to create a cliff as high as the existing land. Okay, so at Clifton Point we have cliffs about 10 meters high, again out by where the power station is and stuff like that, right? It's quite impressive. You've also got the Glass Window Bridge in Eleuthera and Morgan's Bluff and Andros. They're quite notable cliffs in the country. Okay, just again, that term bluff is often used for naming cliffs. It's just another kind of localized name. Most of the cliffs above are close to the ocean, okay, or deep water channels, so they get little or no protection from shallow water or coral reefs. So again, as we said, these landforms are created through erosion, all right? So for that to happen, they can't be too protected. So the areas where our cliffs form are the most exposed. They're open to the ocean, or they have little or no protection by coral reefs. This allows the waves to strike against the coast with their full force, thus causing erosion. All right? Again, just a little bit of explanation there. Again, I do want to look at this little example here for any of you who've been to Eleuthera again. Eleuthera is noted for its spectacular cliffs, which are found on both sides, but in particular on the eastern coast, which face the Atlantic Ocean. These are on an exposed Atlantic shore near the Glass Window. So think about the fetch. Again, the reason that coast of Eleuthera gets so eroded is because you've got these huge waves or storms coming in off the Atlantic Ocean. They've been traveling for a long time, they've covered a long distance, they have a huge fetch, so they've got lots of power. There's no shallow water on that side. Think about the different colours of the ocean on the west and east side of Eleuthera, and hence that's why you get the cliffs. It's also why Eleuthera is one of the few places in the Bahamas that you can surf. Okay, that's why it's got Surfers Beach all down the east coast, because the waves there are much bigger than anything else we experience here. The opposite then, if it is a rockland landscape, remember rocklands are the Bahamian lowlands, alright, land is only a few meters above sea level, and then the cliff will also be only a few feet high. Okay, so it's not going to be as high. The ridgelands will form our biggest cliffs. Let me just highlight that. Okay, so there's one more little bit on page 96. Just these two images. Okay, so again, stormy conditions produce powerful waves, obviously, high winds, powerful waves, that can move and break extremely large blocks. Okay, so we got an example here, okay, out by Clifton again. So the limestone has been coloured grey because it's been exposed, but this piece is broken off, and you can see very clearly where the big chunks of erosion have taken place. Okay, so that's the level of erosion we're talking about with these destructive waves. Last little bit, alright, cliffs at Cook Key and San Salvador as well, alright. Relatively soft limestone is being rapidly eroded to form different looking coastlines. So we have more jagged cliffs, not like the ones we've experienced today. Alright, they're not as straight down, but we've got some more little cliffs here in San Sal. Alright, no assignment with today's lesson. I'll give you some work on Monday.